You can use this microphone.
Just wanted to know if the stories that you began to tell us are on the website or where we might find them.
Well, the stories.
The mic, they don't understand.
Oh, okay.
Can you put the mic closer?
Yeah.
So I'm just interested to know if the stories that we were starting to be told this afternoon were to be found on the website or somewhere else, because I'd love to hear more of them.
Yes, the other theaters I've been doing, this is show number 9, actually. I've been doing twice in Magic Park before and twice in LAXMAN JUHLA. And so this is show number 9, and you can find them all on the website. And they are all a little bit different, but also a little bit the same. Because they're all from Lord Shiva's Sutras. And parts of the book is also on the website. Everything that OSHO taught me when I was sitting at his feet in his library in Bombay, 72, 73, is on my website too, audio. Audio and text. Okay, shoot.
Okay, namaste.
Namaste.
Wherever the mind wanders,
Yes.
there is bliss.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
And what if the mind wanders to oppressive, recurring, painful thoughts over and over again?
Well, there's something aware of the painful thoughts, no? And so you put attention on this, meaning this awareness, where, you know, the mirror and the things appearing in the mirror is your painful thoughts. Huh? You make a choice. It's funny because Shiva gives you a choice. There is a choice. You can always choose. Either you go into the mind or you go into that which is aware of the mind.
So the way out is actually not to follow the thoughts.
No, you don't follow the thoughts.
The awareness.
You rest as the awareness, and that which is appearing in the mind, everything, it goes like the clouds in the sky. Soon there will be another cloud.
I like that image that Shakti is actually dancing all the thoughts in the oceans.
Yes, yes, yes. She's also divine. There is always everything is saturated with the clarity, and appears in awareness. Everything appears in awareness.
But then Shiva is sitting there up on the Kailash, no?
Yes.
Blissfully aware.
Yes.
So blissfully aware in winter time, nobody's coming, disturbing. That the whole earth would be in winter time for aeons, no? But then Shakti is coming to take him down to earth, to existence, or what?
This is the function of Shakti, huh? To bring Shiva down to earth. Huh? I don't know the answer to this.
Maybe you know the other side of the same coin, the function of Shiva.
Well, Shiva is the function of Shiva. Shiva is an expression of pure awareness, and he's also known as the destroyer of ignorance, because when you're stuck in thoughts, and you return back to that which is the mirror, the pure awareness, that which was bothering you disappears. It's destroyed. This is immediately happening, or disappearing. Like Candice says, a flight path of a bird in the sky. You don't have to do anything. The flight path disappears. Or if you do a line in water with your finger, the line disappears by itself.
So the function of Shiva, if I understand you, is coming to that awareness, is coming to bliss. It's getting out of all the disturbances of life.
Yeah, and he gives you 112 centering techniques to experience this for yourself. This is not something that can be understood intellectually. You have to try it out.
Sure, but then the function of Shakti, of Devi, is to enjoy the experience of life, no? Not getting to awareness out of the disturbances, but also get out of the pleasures somehow.
Wherever satisfaction is found, actualize this. Shiva spoke there.
Number 78.
I don't know what number it is. Adios. Do I have one paper? Yeah, I wrote here in the, I mean, you're all dropping off, it's getting late. I wrote down here, Lord Shiva gave 112 sutras in Vighyan Bhairava Tantra about 15,000 years ago. Paul Reeps was the man who translated to English 1962 in a book called Zen Flesh, Zen Bones. Keep your eyes open if you find this book. Very precious. Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh commented the Sutras 72-73 in Book of Secrets, and so on. So, and why was it so secret? Why is it so secret? Because there are a few techniques in this book where they talk about how to make sex into meditation. And that has always been, all the people who were translating Bhagavad Gita and Ramayana and so on from Sanskrit into German, French and so on, 200-300 years ago they started with this. But they couldn't handle the Shiva Sutras, so they were not translated. And they are also traditioned by sadhus in Kashmir. So they are not, and also all the Vedas are transmitted as Shruti, like the Shruti box we heard here. So they are, all the Vedas are sung. So these sutras are recited in a melody. So maybe took some time before someone came and could actually translate. Paul Reeps made this 762. Anyway, it's called Book of Secrets. But now you got the secrets. Any more questions? Or enough? Okay, then I will finish. I will finish by saying there are 10,000 questions and there is no answer. But if you meditate, if you connect with your heart, if you rest as awareness for short moments, you will experience for yourself that the questions will disappear like dewdrops on a rose in the morning when the sun rises and the warm wind blows through the grass. Thank you for perseverance.
And is there time for an extra question?
Okay. Why not?
Because I suppose we all are pretty curious. Can you give an example about the sexual ways?
Oh my God, it's...
that are being spoken of. Can you give an example?
Yeah, it's on the paper there. Wait.
He wants you to speak out.
Pardon? Pardon?
They can't hear me. So I asked whether he could give some examples about the teachings, how sexuality, how coming together.
If you look at Sutra 29, there is, Shiva says, at the start of sexual union, keep attentive on the fire in the beginning, and so continuing, avoid the embers in the end. Embers is like they're called ashes in the end. I mean, sex can be like a beginning and an end. And now Shiva says, put attention on the fire in the beginning. And so continuing, avoid the embers in the end. You have to experiment with it and tell me next year how you succeeded.
That's a nice theatre.
We can tell you tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Sometimes I can tell you sitting still, so you're not running away. So I will tell you one story, how I experienced. There is one in moods. It says here, in moods of extreme desire, be undisturbed, and it can also be in moods of extreme anger, be undisturbed. Now I was working as a school teacher for 30 years, and I must say that these Shiva techniques, self-remembering, and resting as thisness, and as I amness, that was my only safe place where I could, for short moments, meditate and act without reacting to what's happening with 25 kids. And if you act instead of reacting, you always have more wisdom about it, and it becomes more fun. Clarity. But there was one time I was in moods of extreme anger. Be undisturbed, Shiva says. Be undisturbed. So, and this technique, it's described like this. When you have a strong emotion, anger, for example, and you have the possibility to go out and hit the guy on the nose, right? Or you can do the opposite. In Sweden we have people go skiing, you know? And when you go skiing, the Lapps up in the north, they have a very special way of turning. They make something which is called lappkast. And you go skiing and then you go back in the same track. So you make like a 180 degree, you know, on skis, you know? And then you go back. So when I got really angry, then you have a choice, even in this moment, to return to the center. And in every cyclone, there is a point where there is no wind. There is a point where there is total stillness, calmness. So I had a kid, we were out, supposed to do some game, and he didn't want to participate. So I got really angry with him, and you know, you're not going to destroy this beautiful group game, you know, I'm going to rip your head off. and then I heard in moods of extreme anger, be undisturbed, you know. So suddenly I returned to the center, and I was totally calm. It was not OSHO teaching me, this was not Shiva, it was my experience of that in life in this situation. I experienced total compassion. I was surprised. I just loved the guy. And I felt strong calmness. And we just looked at each other. It was a beautiful moment. And I let him be. And I turned around to the other kids, and we were starting the game. And one guy was hitting the ball, like flying up. And I was writing the result in a book. And suddenly I saw he had sneaked behind my back, and he was out there catching the ball in the air with 2 hands, and got 3 points. And everyone was hooray, you know. So I left him in freedom, and he left me in freedom, and then I understood, this is how the technique works. So life teaches you the techniques. You play around with them, and suddenly you have the experience of how, in moods of extreme desire, be undisturbed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, one more song, huh? You want the mic? Thank you all for coming. Thank you for the music, Ashra. It is beautiful. And thank you, Magic Park, for letting us having this space. And if you are interested, there are some CDs where you can listen to the talks that has inspired me. And there's some posters also if you want to, you can give donation in the box there. As you go out. There are, you can copy them. There are 9 discourses on a CD, in MP3. And you can give to your friend.